Hello friends, and welcome to Red vs. Blue News. Let's get after it. So earlier today, Joe Biden held his first press conference and was barraged with questions about his handling of the migrant surge at the US border. His administration has been under fire for the handling of the border crisis. And there's been a surge in border crossings, and recently photos were leaked by a Texas Democrat which revealed the inside of an overcrowded makeshift border patrol facility, which also revealed terrible conditions for the children that were there. But of course, at the press conference, Biden tried to put the blame on Trump. Here's a clip.
What did Trump do? He eliminated that funding. He didn't use it. He didn't do it. And in addition to that, what he did, he dismantled all the elements that exist to deal with what had been a problem and has been continued to be a problem for a long time. He, in fact, shut down the number of beds available. He did not fund HHS to get the children out of those border patrol facilities where they should not be and not supposed to be more than a few days, a little while.
Biden's comments about Trump shutting down the number of beds is a lie. I'm surprised he was bold enough to even say that. Truth is, Trump requested more detention space for migrants and beds, and Democrats wanted a cap. Let me just read this MSNBC article. Why the Trump administration wants more detention space for migrants, Democrats want a limit. ICE is already holding more migrants than Congress authorized. It is authorized to hold 40,000, but there were 49,057 immigrants in detention as of February 6th. The article goes on to say, the issue has reared its head because the White House has asked for $4.2 billion for ICE to increase its capacity to detain immigrants to 52,000, up from 40,000 currently funded by Congress. Democrats want to cap the detention space ICE can use to hold immigrants in the interior of the country, away from the border at 16,500. It continues, when ICE does not have funding for space, they may take funds from other areas or use contracts with prisons to find additional beds for immigrants. And another reason why Trump requested more money for ICE so they can have more space is because when COVID broke out, they had to separate all of the beds by 6 feet, so they ended up losing space. So it doesn't make sense for Democrats to request a cap, unless it was completely political to make Trump look bad. And of course border crossings are up, especially when Biden says things like this.
Part of what I'm going to send to the United States Congress is a total immigration bill to provide a pathway to citizenship for undocumented people in the United States of America. It makes no sense for us not to do that. And they're part of the reason why we're growing. They're part of the reason why, look, you have 24 out of every 100 kids in grades in school today are Latino, Spanish speaking. It makes no sense, none whatsoever, for us to walk away and not provide for access, not provide for education, not provide for health care. Look what's going on. And so it's part of the strength of the country. It's not a weakness, it's a strength.
So of course when foreigners would hear rhetoric like that, they'd want to come. Biden wants to make all of America like California. But the truth is, legal immigration is a strength of our country, and always will be. But illegal immigration in huge numbers will be a tax burden on American citizens. We'll end up having to spend more taxes on illegals than the amount that we'll make from them. Illegal immigration can also overwhelm schools and healthcare systems. But how do you think Biden's handling the border crisis? Is he handling it better than Trump did? Comment below, I'd love to know.